Welcome to LaFleur Arms. This is Dragon 6 Golf here. Got a special one. Got an M1911. This is a Colt Mark IV Series 70 government model 45 automatic caliber, otherwise known as 45 ACP. Now this is special because it was given to me by my father. He's had it for a long time, since late 60s. So this is a very old weapon, but it's one of my most accurate weapons I own. So this one is difficult to disassemble if you're not used to it. So if I mess up a little bit, I'm human, and maybe this encourages you to take it apart if you never have. So some things about this weapon: I do not have the original magazines, so when it runs out of ammo, it does not stay locked to the rear. So the magazine is here. It holds 6, I believe. So it's not double stacked. In other words, it doesn't stack left and right. It's just single stacked, so you hold less rounds. These you can buy aftermarket. They're available everywhere, just about. Not everywhere, but you know, they're easy to find. So for this weapon, it does have some safety features. It has, you can see right here, when the hammer is back and this is up, it will not fire. And also, it won't fire, see, it won't fire unless your thumb is here as well. Now, sometime along the way, my dad had a custom trigger put on there. It's got ridges right there, I don't know if you can see, but for grip. So that's a little bit special. And also, I know the Colt sign's missing. I could get it fixed, but it kind of gives it character. So to release the magazine, there's a button you push down here, and it just releases the magazine. Okay, so it has been a long time since I've cleaned this weapon, and I don't really disassemble it much because it's a pain. So just follow me, and I'll try to explain what I'm doing. So right here, this is where the spring is, and in order to disassemble the weapon, you have to depress the spring, and you switch this over this way, and it lets this part out. Now this spring's part of the inside, so you can't take it out yet. So from this point, what you do is you pull this back. See, it's kind of loose here. And there's a notch right there. You put that notch there and you can pull this out. So I can get it out. Kind of push on this side and you pull that out. Just keep that to the side. Now to get the barrel out, what you're gonna have to do is pull it forward and the receiver comes off, and this is all in one right now. Okay, so to pull the barrel out, you go back to this, let me pull the spring out, come back to this part right here, and you twist it the opposite way, and this whole piece comes out. And now you can take the barrel out, and to do that, this little lever here has to be forward, and it slides out. And there you have everything separate. Now in this piece, it's got so much wear and tear that this pin here is very loose, so if you do it wrong, it's gonna drop out, so just be careful. You got the barrel. I'm not sure what you call these pieces, but as you can see, it's really dirty. So first thing I'm gonna do is just wipe it down. And of course I use Hots. So I've actually been firing this weapon since I was probably 8 or 9. I don't know how many rounds I put down this thing, 1,000 or so easily in my lifetime. And then also the times my dad's had it, I don't know how many rounds he put in, but it, to this day, is on point. And what's funny, I'll show you after I assembled the weapon, is the sights actually look like they're off. But I guess my dad figured out at one point or another to fix the sight a certain way, and it's right on target. Now this thing shoots well long range. It shoots well short range. I don't ever remember it jamming up on me or misfiring. It's been very reliable. If only things were still made like this, right? Alright, so I'm going to leave what you would consider heavy lube on there. I know it's not the best cleaning job, but I'll do for now. So this, I'm going to do the outside first on the slide, excuse me. So all the handguns I kind of showed you before have all been compact. This is full size. You see the barrel length there. And this is why it's more accurate. It's a fun weapon to fire. It sounds great. It's something everybody recognizes, the M1911 design. Now nowadays, 1911s come in all different calibers. You can get a 9mm. I think you get a 40 as well. But the design, proven, battle tested even. And at one time, the military used to have these as their sidearm, but they transferred to the 9mm. The NATO round, 45 caliber is more like an American thing. Okay, now this part. Now these you gotta make sure they're lubed because there's a lot of metal on metal. And I'm about to use that pin I was just talking about. I'll hold it there and hold the pin in place. I'm running out of weapons to do. If you're here in San Antonio, you want me to put your weapon on display, I'd be glad to take it apart and clean it for you. Just let me post a video, that'd be great. Alright, now I'm going to swab this. Looking for particles here. There's not really much. The inside's actually kind of clean. Okay, so I'm going to switch this out, wire brush, for this outlet brush. Alright, I'm going to get my paper square. I miss and then I don't miss having to do this in the military, because when you come back from the field or you come back from the range, it's a lot of cleaning. Cleaning your gear, cleaning your vehicles, cleaning your weapons. Weapons is one of the first things we would clean, because in order for anybody to get released, all the weapons had to be accounted for. Everything, 100%. And before the armor would take it, it had to be clean. Like, to a standard, because what happens is they get random inspections. If they get inspected and it's found that the weapon's dirty in their arms room, they're the ones get blamed and they're the ones got to clean it. So I understand why they're like that. And it was funny because in my last time in the military, I was the supply sergeant for a unit, for a headquarters unit, and I was always double checking my armor, and she made sure that the weapons were clean. Because, yeah, well, what happened is we got inspected. As I say, it rolls downhill, right? Now I already have lube on the shirt. The lube is for rags. I'm not gonna lube it up much. Now it's almost like you don't want to clean it too much, or at least me, because it's old. So I kind of feel like the more you take it apart and clean it, the more unnecessary wear and tear. If you think I'm wrong, it's cool. It's just the way I think. Okay, now to put this back. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna slide the barrel back. You gotta make sure this, see how it switches like that? Make sure this is forward. Yeah, it slides in like that. Okay, now we're gonna put this back on to hold the barrel in place. and you twist it and you'll feel that, just like that. Now on this frame, see how it has some legs, a little stand there? Just put that, it goes against the barrel, it goes down against the barrel. Okay, now what I do is I flip the receiver over to slide it back on the slide, because when you flip it over, this little thing will come up. You just want to keep it forward. And you press it all the way. Now here's where you put this lever back and you push that in place. And then you slide the weapon forward. And you go back, put this on. Yeah, push it down pretty hard, don't let go because it'll pop out. Put that in place. And your weapons together. Now I'm gonna do a quick function check. Like normal, I would usually do empty magazine, but not the original magazine, so it doesn't stay to the rear. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is hold the trigger, pull it back. Hear the click, goes. Now, I'm gonna make sure the slide mechanism works and it locks the slide to the rear. Make sure it's back. So check the safety. Pull this lever up. Safe. Now this does not have double action. So when it's cocked, it always only has single action on this one. I don't know how other 1911s are, but yeah. So this is the M1911 Colt Series 45 automatic Colt pistol. Thanks for watching LaFleur Arms, Dragon 6 Golf.